Yo, welcome to the channel, guys. So we are back, myself and the handsome Leo James next to me. Yeah, boy. We just had a bit of snack. Leo, what'd you have for your lunch, mate?
Hosin duck wrap.
Hosin duck wrap, and I had some leftover chicken fillets, which are my absolute favourites. So we're just on our way to a brand new Teamsport. Where are we taking them? Birmingham, yeah. So off to Bloom. Gonna check out that new circuit. And again, we have got the legendary James Dermott joining us. I think he must have had fun last time because he's chosen to join us. So we've got 2 sessions today, and then we're moving into some 4 sessions. So we think we might as well, if we're driving an hour or so somewhere and then messing around, we might as well double the time, as long as the budget allows. So we'll continue to do that. So yeah, we're off to Birmingham. So we're actually early today. We're what's the arrival time, mate? Can you tell us on the sat nav?
12:32.
12:32. So we're meant to be there at 1. So we've got ages really, and it's a beautiful day today, beautiful spring morning. So we can be able to get the drone out, and we can have a little drone shot today. So we'll see you when you get there.
I learned how to fly the drone.
Yeah. Advertising. So we've landed. Leo's got his kit on. I'm just going to get my kit on because I've got me a cheeky little coffee. It's going to be a full session, so it's going to be 15 karts on track, which I think is the maximum, the lady said. So lots of people to beat.
Oh no!
Yeah, lots of people to beat. So James will run a little bit late, so he'll be on time, I'm sure. Leo's got to do a briefing here, so we'll head into the briefing in a bit. But I'm just going to draw our coffee and get changed, and we've got the cameras right. So is Daddy going to get the cameras right today? Probably not. But Leo's been right. I'll try and get mine right. Aim it up, man. So as you can see, Uncle James, Brother James has arrived, and he is studying the track with some seriousness, I have to say. And Leo is very quiet, which is unlike him. So we'll see if he puts this into practice, because James has never, in fact, none of us have ever been here before. So let's see. So here we are, we're about to go out for our first session. People had some issues getting out of the pit lane. See James very cleverly going to the right there, but it's quite a tight pit lane exit. I do have to say the marshals were not the best here. A little bit lackadaisical, shall we say, because they were not in a hurry to do anything. You see me checking my watch there. There's actually something we raised with Teamsport, because from the moment we got on the track, we actually got 13 minutes. You pay for 15, and it sounds like a bit for mowing over 2 minutes, but when you're only getting 15, it's quite a big difference. And looking online, there's quite a few reports of the same stuff. Anyway, we're off. So you can see James there. We're both trying to learn the track for the first time, so there's going to be some dodgy lines to start with. But I mean, James is always inherently faster than me, but we're actually closer matched inside than certainly outside. It's because James is a brake specialist. There's not really that much braking to be done inside. But what was interesting about this first session is that neither of us remembered the boost button. There's a green light there. We remembered it in the second session, but didn't really put it to effect. But we should be using boost. But most of the times, as you can see here, as I dive to the inside around the cadet, is the only time I really overtake James is when there's traffic in the way, or he's very cautious, understandably, around kids, as we both are. But like I did there, got past him. Terrible line through there from me. James put it inside of me here, but you can't quite see him. There he is. I think he just lets me go here, but the first session really is just sort of learning the track, and there's endless sort of cadets running into the barrier there, so we'll just let it play for a little bit, and there should be some nice battling-ish between me and James as we go along. So rejoining it after our 1970s car chase mode, just to save a bit of time, and just wave James through. He's much faster than me through there, and we've got a little bit of green light here, so we're still learning the track, and I think James pulls away from me a little bit here, but we are fairly evenly matched around here. We take very different lines to do here. I think I'm actually a little bit quicker because I seem to gain on him, even though he gets a faster exit. And then there's classic Teamsport hairpins into some traffic. What's cool about the karts, actually, the electric karts, is that they're limited on power. I think they run these at 3, but I think the person was saying that the academy stuff and in the adult members only sessions they run them to 4, which I guess is 25% faster. But they did feel a little slow here for some reason. But still great fun. This is probably the best section where you've got the hairpin, which I completely mess up, into the hill. You see James pulling away here. I think I started to hold station with James now, but he's obviously a little far away from a battle, and then I think we come into a yellow flag, and I just nudge up sneakily on him under the yellow so we can resume battle as much as you ever can in these sessions, obviously, because it's difficult with the number of children around you. You've got to give them loads of room because they're obviously learning, and we've been doing this a long time, particularly me, been doing this a long time. So skipping forward a little bit in the first session again, we rejoin it just as we go green. James tries to go to the outside and I managed to dive it inside. Another overtake on James. I'll count it because it's the only way I can get past him. He is pretty much the king of defensive driving, especially around these places where it's really hard to get past somebody who knows what they're doing. I completely messed that up and make it look like I deliberately got it wrong to go around that back marker, which I didn't, into some yellows again. There was quite a lot of yellows, to be honest. I mean, not the worst we ever had, but there was quite a lot of yellows. But not many reds. As I said earlier, the marshals weren't in a hurry to get across to these karts that were stranded, so that made the yellows elongated a little bit. This chap was his birthday. He was an adult kart, actually. I'm not sure he was 13. He didn't look 13, but it's hard to tell. That, of course, is the other place you can use the boost button. We used that a little bit in the second session, but dive to the inside. James gets held up here, I think, so I'll wait a little bit so we can resume battle shortly. You can see here again, I get this slightly wrong, too much oversteer. I think I clipped the barrier, and you can see James on the inside, which then becomes the outside, unfortunately for him. So I managed to hold the inside, but holding him up. This is a great corner onto the straight, really, trying to maximise the speed through there. I've got that completely wrong, and then normally you'd use the boost button there, which we worked out in the second session, so you carry the speed all through here. This is a great corner, because it is flat, and this is all flat as well, if you get it right, and there's no one in the way. A lot of the time these cadets, you've got to decide left or right, and this was a bit of a brave move around the outside, but to be fair, the cadet leaves the space, but James much smarter on the inside. See you later. So I'll speed the next bit up. This is all under yellows, so I'll speed this up until we get back to some green racing in a little bit. So it goes green again. You can hear the whir of those electric motors, and trying to chase down James again. It's been an interesting session so far. We haven't had that much battling with each other because there are obviously endless cadets. There's actually quite a lot of adults in the session as well. You can tell the difference because the cadets have got the yellow on the back, and the adult karts are the same as the ones we're in, which are the ones with the little cool brake lights at the front and the cool boost lights, which are the green, which you'll see in the second session. But again, we're starting to learn the track now. I suppose we're quite good at learning the track. Gave James a little love tap there, and almost a little love tap there, as he's understandably cautious around these guys. There's a load of them in front of us there, so we've got to try and weave our way through without causing any bangs on anyone. Thought about a little dive bomb on the inside there, but obviously trying to respect the fact that he's carefully going through the traffic and trying to, if we can, get a proper overtake on him. Oh, this guy gets a bit edgy, but show him his boss on the inside. This is Leo there. Unfortunately, classically, as we've done, if you watch any of these videos previously, as I sneak past James again under some traffic, anyway, past him, and go past the birthday boy. But this is again going to feature now in Leo's video because I actually got James to look at the video angle this time and get it right, which is why this video looks perfect in terms of angles. Thanks to James for that. But then I go ahead and mess Leo's one up, because Leo actually decided to sit slightly closer. We put him in one of the little booster seats, which I wear as well, because even though they weigh a little bit, they're so comfy and protect all your body. So I went one of those shocking lines there, by the way. James is held up, by the way. But yeah, back on the seat thing, Leo had one of those. He was further forward, so his angle wasn't right. So we are eventually going to get both cameras right. This is all going to be footage from mine, but Leo did great on his session. So here's me waiting for James so we can resume battle, because this is why we're here, really. James loves the battle, the racecraft, which he's excellent at. I'm nowhere near as good as him, but I do enjoy having a battle with him and trying to learn. So we're back again across the start-finish line. James is right on my 6, probably been held up, and this is a fairly clean lap. We didn't really get any really good laps in, certainly not knowing the track and certainly not using the boost buttons, but I think this is not a bad one. So I can hit the apex here, not bad, not the best, too much oversteer, and then of course the inevitable traffic, which I think this is the incident here. So I tried to go around the outside and the guy decides to ignore the corner and take us both out, which is quite funny. So it happens, because obviously he gets distracted by me and forgets just to go the way he was going, and as Fernando says, all of the time you must leave it a space. But he's obviously in an adult kart there, but he didn't give us space, as the marshal saunters over at his own pace, tells the guy off for not giving any space, but again, not really his fault. I forget to put my wheel straight, which you should always do when a marshal's coming to help you out, because he can push you back. He's a nice guy, the marshal. Obviously asked if everyone was okay, which was the first thing, the most important thing. But yeah, didn't do anything in a hurry, these guys, and around the whole track. It wasn't just him, it was the whole marshal team. But track's fantastic. Love this corner. It's the down ramp, the slippy into the grippy. In fact, every time my helmet visor decided to slam shut on the bump of that, which is quite interesting. But this is actually where I managed to get the lap faster than James, so that incident actually helped me out, because I think once I clear this guy I get some clear track, and that's when I actually managed to get a reasonably good lap in, which was a little bit faster than James. I think we see at the end of this. I think this is one of the dads in front of us here who we had a battle with later on, but just shut the inside, and as often happens in these sessions, as soon as people do see you, they do jump out your way, because people aren't deliberately trying to hold you up. Not bad through that corner. First time I got it right. Again, not too bad here. You can see, if you watch the front angle of the tyres, the less oversteer you're putting in. Obviously you're going to rotate the car here and then control it, and the less those tyres work and the closer you are to the apexes, obviously the faster you're going to go. I think this here was actually the fastest lap we did amongst anyone, just because I had a clear one. And I didn't use the boost button. Should use the boost button, but didn't. But we'll watch the end of this lap. So end of the first session here under yellows, and then wait for it, oi oi, under the yellow flags, certain Mr. Leo James sneaking in there. He loves to do that. But yeah, that's the end of our first session as we creep into the pits. Just being aware of anyone behind me, because some of these guys do come in hot. You want to make sure they're not going to run to the back of you. So here are the very unrepresentative times, because they're never quicker than James, certainly not by that margin. But Leo did fantastic with the 59 second, his first session, in 6th place. Loads of adult karts to beat him as well.
But Leo did great, 59 seconds. We're going to see if we can get 57 this time now. 57, 56? What do you reckon? Me and James, I beat James by 2.5, which is nonsense, obviously. So there was no clean laps to be getting. But yeah, track's fun, but lots of mobile chicanes. But Leo got 6, and there was 9 adult cars, wasn't there? So he did really well, buddy.
So here we are, about to head out for our second session. Again, a bit of a delay getting out of the pit lane. I do have to apologise to all the editors out there. I'm using CapCut, which is probably not the best thing for longer form video. But I'm a big Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. And I always remind you of the classic Captain Holt, RIP, bit where he's like, my God, if I see a star wipe. I'm using every single editing mix available to me. So I do apologise for all the cheesy edits between the videos, but I'm quite enjoying it, so I don't really care. As you can see, James and I are trying to warm the tyres up. You've got to be very careful doing this. Obviously, we're quite experienced. You don't just do this because there's other people around you. You could sideswipe somebody. But James and I are very carefully trying to use the right foot and the the two hands to try and generate some heat. The backs are quite easy because obviously you can just use that with the right foot. The fronts are harder, which is why I'm trying to work them here. But make sure you've got loads of space, guys, if you're doing this. 'Cause I think a lot of the marshals, understandably, will be a bit funny with you doing this sort of stuff. So we're off again, go green, and we haven't used it here, but you can have a look at the green light on the dash. You can know when we're both going to use our boost buttons. So we talked about it halfway through. I should have been smarter really and not mentioned it when I remembered, but obviously that's not how we do business around here. Let's go to the inside of Leo there. Leo's going to follow us. Shame we didn't get any Leo footage because Leo did fantastically today. Put my hand up and just say sorry to him. It goes into yellow here, so we're just going to have the inevitable yellow. Leo's gone right behind us now. I think I did a helmet tap as well, which means follow me, try and follow the lines, because one of the biggest things for these guys learning is actually the lines, because it's the easiest way to get, in fact, the easiest way of getting lap time is making sure you're brave with your right foot, and that's something that's hard to teach. So you don't want to give away time with your right foot just by giving lap time by not having it down when you can do. And then secondly, obviously getting the lines right, learning about rotating the karts, particularly indoors when it's all about sliding them. Outdoors, a different thing. And we'll see that on Saturday because James and I are going to do this thing for my friend Tristan or T-Man's birthday. So that'll be a fun video, just adult only, much as this one is, obviously with no Leo edit, but you know what I mean, it's going to be the first one, but James is going to have a camera. So we're off again. Know the lines a little bit better. I'm still messing them up a little bit. James is quicker than me through here. Different lines, again, I go narrower, he goes wider. I think he gets a faster exit than me, and he's actually pulling away a little bit. The reason for this, it turns out, was because he used the boost button there, and as you can see here, I used the boost button in a different way because I thought up a hill was a good way of doing it, like the old curves. So you see me use the boost button there and I catch him right up. So it's just different ways of applying the thing. See the boost come back there actually. They said 45 seconds, I don't know how it works. I expect it's on a line by the look of the way it came back. So I'm actually quicker than James here. It's always quicker to be behind, of course. It's much easier to follow somebody than it is to set the pace when you're in front. That's a real asset for those kids out there if they can learn to, I messed that up completely, but as did James. If you can learn to pull away in front of somebody, that's a massive asset, because when you're stuck right behind somebody, you can literally follow their braking points, etc. So I think James uses his here. I use my boost as well, you see, for the first time here, and I actually catch him through this section. So it's really strategic, and I love that about the electric karts. It's probably the best thing about them, apart from the fact they're quite talky and fun, is that boost button is a massive thing to be able to use. Different lines there again, but we're actually all over each other here, which is good, really positive for me, actually good for my confidence, because James is a class act. So we're obviously doing something right to be able to stay with him. But there is reasonable lines through here. The classic of the team sports is this up and down section, so down again, helmet shuts itself on that bump. Different lines through there. I think again it looks like my line's slightly faster, which is strange. James is quicker than me through there. To be fair, I haven't moaned about the speed of the karts. They do seem faster now. It's probably because we're getting used to them and there's no traffic for this little bit. So this bit is actually quite fun as we had a bit of track to play with. And again, different lines to it. I go wider and then narrower through there. It does seem a little bit quicker. I don't know. It's probably the same. Unfortunately, here is when I assault James. So I didn't see the guy in front of him. James turns around. I've actually hurt his back a little bit, so I apologise for that. I just didn't see him. It was actually on a quick lap that time, so I was trying desperately to maintain the speed, stupidly, in these sessions, because I think that would have been my best lap, as we were trying to gain for more time, so didn't know where I was and ran to the back of him. So this was the dad of one of the sessions, driving in the middle of the track, which is his right, and James getting held up a little bit. I don't think either of us actually get by him, and I think I do later on, but only by hook and crook, not by talent, because he's holding James up, but we're in the middle of the track there. This is nice because both get alongside each other, both hit the boost button at the same time, but James got the better exit. It was a bit Checo Perez and Fernando Alonso circa Brazil up the hill, which obviously Fernando won because Fernando is one of the GOATs and Checo is not. But yeah, it comes to the inside here. Dad gets back up the inside of him and does the old undercut, which would have upset James, and then I get the undercut on James here. And I think that's pretty much all she wrote for the session, to be honest. But yeah, it was good little day out. I thought about the dive bomb there, but there was no gap for it. And I think we come into the yellow flags now at the end of the session. But another great session, Teamsport. So this bit's hilarious. It's like the must have been their first day, but they decided not to put a checker flag out. And then on the last lap, checker flag out, and this guy decided to go straight into the pits. So I almost have an accident with him. And then the guy shouts at me to stop, which is not how checker flags work, mate. As I put my hand out and try and explain to him that you put the checker flags out and then you do an in lap.
Yellow for a bit, and there was that one guy in the barrier.
Yeah.
The person in front of me and the person behind me. The person in front of me drove into the back of him, and then I got through, and then the person behind me drove into the back of him.
So despite the boost buttons, we actually didn't get a faster time this time because we didn't really get a lap on with the boost buttons and a gap. But Leo improved, which is the most important thing. Got to his 57, so 2-second improvement, which is fantastic. 1 place lower, but that's irrelevant.
Right, so it's finished off now. Second session was fun. Somebody went 2 seconds, hands up and went 2 seconds faster. James and Dad's hands stayed firmly down. James went a bit faster actually, I went a bit slower. But the boost button was fun. James and I had one little bit of fun actually, coming out of the last corner there. And we had a Perez start Alonso dragged to the line, which James won. But Leo went 2 seconds quicker, real good. Marshals were a bit on their own time, should we say. But it was a good session, lovely track. And I think we'll come back again. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon. Right then, so you just finished it. Teamsport Birmingham. It was great in there, lovely track. Loved it.
No, we didn't.
Well,
The carts were horrible.
the track
Was good.
The track was cool.
But the carts were boot.
No, I think your carts were all the same, but ours were on 3 of 4. They only turned up to 4 for the adult sessions. Sorry, not the adult sessions, the member sessions, but they were a little bit slow. But we found the boost button in the second, which we completely forgot about, James and I. But we didn't actually improve our lap times because we didn't get any clear laps. But definitely makes a difference, those boost buttons, and it obviously adds the tactical element of it because you can obviously use it on the straight or maybe up the hill or whatever. But yeah, we had a couple of good laps, but me and James are pretty evenly matched again, which is rare, but I'll take it, to be honest, because he's much quicker than me outside. So yeah, Leo's going to steal some crisps. We might get a cheeky golden arches, but yeah.
No,
Subway, eat fresh. So yeah, we're going to head off now, and hello, who is this? We turn the camera around. Who's this character? Working out. Hey, there he goes. James off to the car there. That's James. He's off. So we're looking at it next weekend. I'll do a private video next weekend. It'll be a dad-only video, so we'll try and get some footage up with just Dad and James. In fact, I'll lend your camera to James. So we can if that's okay with you? Is it actually okay?
Ah, yeah.
Of course, thanks. So let it to James.
Why you make me sit on camera?
Yeah, permission. So yeah, we're gonna head off now. But yeah, thanks for watching. If anyone's watched this far,
Scrap that. No.
well, you already said it. I can just edit the video. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and big love. And we'll catch you for the next one, which will be Sutton on the weekend with me and James and our first adult session. So it should be fun. But yeah, thanks a lot. See you soon.